Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Aries. So Aries, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. Aries, your interesting is extremely powerful. There are a lot of big, impacting, very gigantic, and just enormous energies. I don't even know how to express that in words because it feels cosmic. It feels like higher divine justice is at play here, and you're completely aware. And the way that you seem to be understanding or having this epiphany about something that is way bigger than you is affecting you, and it's playing out, or maybe I should say exists, right? It is how the universe works. It's because of a dynamic with a person in your life and how things are now so balanced with this person that perhaps in another time there could have been a lot of disharmony. It's like not conflict, but just not, things were not well adjusted. Things were simply not harmonious, right? But I'm saying that there is a dynamic here that is, it's just the externalization for you to have proof or evidence, Aries, that this bigger dynamic, cosmic way of things unfolding and things happening is for you, right? This is happening for you so that you can see, so that you can understand, so that you can have like an experiential understanding. Does that make sense? It's like, it's not just an intellectual, theoretical kind of understanding. You are experiencing this cosmic dynamic playing out in a relationship with a certain person in your life, which feels like best friend or sibling or something like that. And I feel like there is like this understanding that both of you are going to live your lives in parallel in a sense, but each one in your own lane in a very harmonious way. Because of your understanding, Aries, that there is something bigger than you, right? I hope that makes sense. But let me start showing you the cards so that you understand what I'm saying. We begin with the Judgment card. This card came with this power, the power to judge. So Aries, I don't know if this is exactly you, because overall, and the more that the major arcana were coming through after this judgment, the way that I was seeing this was developing discernment, but not yourself. It's almost like you're drinking from a higher source of judgment and justice. Justice is coming in a bit. That you're aware that discernment and judgment are very powerful. Powerful in the sense that they are life-changing, that they can make or break a situation, right? And they can create balance or imbalance. Because, as I said, the Justice card is here. Judgment, having the power to judge. It's almost like maybe this starts with your question, Aries. Who has the right to sit on that role, to sit on that chair of the judge, right? And because there are so many major arcana, the type of judge that I am seeing here is not a conventional judge, you know, in a legal system that we know here on earth. It's more of like a type of God role, right? And this could be kind of like a religious influence or something like that, or even like just cultural or um, family type of influence, like some sort of perception or understanding that there needs to be a type of how do I express this? You know, when you need a certain degree or a certain specific knowledge to even like enroll or even like just apply to that position, right? This is how I'm seeing it. It's like you're starting to become more and more aware that the main factor, the main criteria, the main thing that is important for somebody to step into this role of the judge, to have the power to judge, is justice, is when things are balanced, equal, they are on the same page. There isn't inequality, or there isn't disharmony, right? There is equilibrium, right? Things are just, right? Things are fair. And I feel like maybe this might come to you, Aries, as a great revelation because of the timing of it, I want to say. With the Wheel of Fortune coming next, I mean, these are really, really, really big, powerful energies, right? And, you know, to me, the first card already establishes the atmosphere for the entire message. But when we have, you know, really big, transformative, and very life-changing major arcana following the first one, I feel like you're having a big revelation or a big insight or some sort of understanding of something, again, that is just larger than life, right? That is like how the universe works. And again, coming from this place of maybe you are removing your own judgment in regards to, you know, the God who judges, let's say, as an example, right? Because the thing about knowing the power to judge, it's something that is no longer, when we here on earth, when there is some sort of sentence, right, from the legal system, or even it doesn't even need to be from the legal system, when somebody that is, you know, an authority in your life decides something, it could be just your parents or, you know, a spouse or whomever or boss, deciding something for you and you needing to comply, but you know that it wasn't really fair, but needing to comply nevertheless. And you start questioning the power of authority in regards to the power to judge, right? Because maybe you're now having this realization, Aries, that really to sit in this chair, to be in this role, to be the judge, there has to be enormous discernment and sense of justice. But sense of justice that is not just for self, right? It's not selfish, right? It's like to really sit here, there needs to be like this consciousness that everything around is going to be affected. The Wheel of Fortune here is just talking about how what is just for one needs to be just for the whole, right? Because the impact is going to be all around. It's kind of like a global, maybe universal type of effect. So that's the reason why I'm saying it could make or break somebody's life, right? And so it's so tricky your reading today, because I feel like there are misconceptions, because we have, you know, a very culturally known corrupt system, right? And it's not in regards to a country that you live or, you know, maybe a social status that you have. It's like it is universally known that in this 3D realm, unfortunately, like legal, and I'm not trying to, generalize it, but, we have judges who are corrupt, who are not just, who are not fair, right? And it's interesting because I'm just, being reminded of a story that I have recently known. And it's involving the legal system, right? And how things are very dirty and very corrupt. But okay, so for you, Aries, you are realizing the power to judge and maybe the responsibility to sit on this chair, right, of judgment. And this higher justice that is required so that judgment can be made, because it's going to be for the good of all, right? For the good of everyone. And I'm not just saying for the good of every single person. I mean, every single thing in the universe, because with the Wheel of Fortune, the way that I'm seeing this is like the entire cosmos, right? It's like the entire cosmos is here. And another major arcana, right? Following the star. It needs to, it's like, so it needs to be like the brightest, best outcome. It needs to be the most fair judgment or decision so that the star can shine. And, before I wasn't seeing this as healing, but actually it needs to be healing, right? There are important factors for this judgment to be fair. It needs to be good for everyone, but it also needs to be healing. Or maybe like just soothing. It's not that. Maybe hopeful. It's not that either. It's like it's just a sense of fairness, right? It's like it needs to be fair for everyone. It's like everyone needs to have the sensation that they are being guided, right? That the guidance is for their ultimate good, right? So because it's so big. It's so big, Aries. I apologize if I'm not doing the best, if I'm not doing justice to all of this, because I feel like if you are resonating with this, if you are, understanding that real justice goes way beyond the legal system that we have here on Earth, that there is this cosmic divine justice at play, it's like you also have, in a sense, the power to discern, the power to judge, right? Because in a sense, if you are having this great, great, great epiphany, then in a sense, you are also, it's like you're taking this tool, right? You're taking this tool. Are you applying to sit on this chair, right? To be the judge, or are you involved? And perhaps that's the best way to see this. So perhaps you are being pushed in a sense to judge somebody, or you could be pressured to judge somebody. But if you weren't aware of all of these requirements, right, for the best outcome, for the best decision to be made, then perhaps you wouldn't have the discernment, or you would maybe be too hasty in, give a sentence. But that's the thing. It's like I feel like you are being pushed into a situation, or just life happening in a way that is giving you the opportunity so that you experience directly, right? Having this experiential epiphany that if you are stepping onto this role, then you have, yes, a great responsibility, but also it's like doing justice to everything that you are now realizing about judgment, about discernment, about divine justice, about divine alignment, about divine guidance, right? It's all one thing. It's all embedded into this one maybe decision or just like idea that you have, right? That you have the power to see this, and in order to work with it, in a sense, things in your life are going to play out in a way that you can, it's like you can rise above what we understand about justice here, right? It's like stepping onto this higher level of judgment and justice, right? It's coming through as like uh it's so big that sometimes it's like the words, they feel so small that I'm just like, you know, reluctant to say that, but it feels like life changing. But it, life changing doesn't even, you know, reach what I'm feeling right now. So after the Star, we have the Queen of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. There is a clear dynamic here, right? And there is this equilibrium. There is this harmony. There is balance between the two. You're showing up here as the Queen of Swords, Aries. But the thing about you knowing what is good for all allows you to see whomever is this Queen of Pentacles representing right now as you as well. It's like maybe there is a wish here, because what I just heard was maybe you wish that they could see you also as them. It's like having this reciprocity. It's like you don't know how they are seeing you, but you for sure are seeing them as you. That is very abstract, and I know, but this Six of Pentacles is acting as a mirror, but also as like this parallel lives. So I don't know if this is an actual person. It feels like an actual person in your life because of the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. But because of all of this higher understanding, it's like you have reached this cosmic intelligence, cosmic vision, cosmic way of perceiving this reality that is so above. It's like it's really as above so below, as above so below. I think that's the way to say it. But because it's side by side, and here's also side by side, it's almost like it's like seeing the other as you. I don't know how to explain that. Maybe it's like this sense of communion, right? Of like literally being part of the whole, right? Being so connected with the entire cosmos, and knowing the effect that your own judgment can, it's like even in the ethers, can change a lot in another's life because you're sensing them as you. And this could be literally just you, right? If there isn't like a real person that you are seeing as the Queen of Pentacles, it's like this could be like your spirit and your body, right? Sometimes I see the Queen of the Sword suit and here the Queen, right? The Queen of Swords as like your spirit. Like maybe there is this splitting that is now happening because you're going so high, Aries. Maybe we're talking about like coming out of your body, right? An out of body experience. Maybe that's why you see this one as you, because it is you. It's your body. Maybe you've never had an out of body experience. I certainly have never had, but so I cannot say from my own experience how it feels like. But the way that I'm sensing the cards, it feels like you understand this from a higher perspective. Like you understand. It's almost like if this is your spirit and this is your body. Although I do also feel like there is a dynamic playing in your life that is expressing or is serving as the evidence of maybe this very spiritual experience that you're having, right? This huge spiritual epiphany that is coming through about your power to judge, and how this judgment is completely attached and associated and intrinsically connected to justice, right? It's like one cannot judge without this higher divine justice in mind, right? It's like because it's all connected. So it's like the best outcome is always for this star to shine brightly, right? It's like the purpose, it's like, so here, if we're talking about destiny, right, and life-changing destiny, it's like one decision could change the entire destiny, right, of you, or like this relationship, and you and this other, and you and others in your life, and like how your mind and your spirit are connecting or integrating back to your body. I know this is too out there, but it's like the energies are so big, Aries, that I feel like you have an instant knowing, you have an instant healing perhaps, because you are seeing, it's like you're seeing the entire cosmos here in the center of this wheel. It's like you're connecting to it. And so because of that, the moment that you integrate back into your body, if we are talking about an out-of-body experience, things become more harmonious in your physical life, right? Because you're seeing yourself as this very, very sharp, very truthful mirror, right? Reflection. So if this is another person or not, it really doesn't matter, because I feel like it's your epiphany, right? It's something so personal, so in your mind, and so life-changing. It's like it's such a paradigm shift that you are having, that this changes the way that you live your physical life, your 3D life, right? Even if it is like in relationship to another specifically who you're seeing as yourself at this very moment, right? Because you're sensing them because of this huge epiphany, right? So Aries, I am going to pull more cards for you. I apologize if I didn't do justice with this message. Hopefully I'll be able to, I don't know, dive deeper into this in the extended and just understand it more, because it feels like a really big thing to unpack. But it's like you're doing so. You're managing, right? You're managing to find this harmony, right? So that this doesn't impact negatively your body or a relationship with this Queen of Pentacles, right? Because you're able to find justice, right? To find fairness, to find harmony with this physical life, with this 3D realm, with this relationship. So I am going to pull more cards for you, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.